Hello everyone, and a very warm welcome back to my channel and to my this year's activity advent calendar ideas video. So I do this video every year. I think this is the third year I've actually made a specific video, but it's probably about the sixth year that I've done an activity advent calendar for my kids. And I know it's not for everybody, but it's something that I really enjoy about Christmas. For me, Christmas is more the build up than the actual day, and I love doing simple activities for them to sort of keep our family traditions alive, create new family traditions, and just generally get a little bit of Christmas magic, which I think this year more than any year we definitely need. So the activities are very similar to my previous years, but there are a couple of odd new ones in. However, I just thought I would film this video because I really enjoy filming it. I really enjoy doing this for my kids, and I thought it might give you some inspiration if you're thinking about doing it for the first time. A lot of these are home-based because obviously at the moment no one's really going anywhere and we don't know what December is going to be like. So I'm just going to get started and show you the advent calendar. I've gone a little bit festive. I've got a festive red lip. I could not bring myself to wear a festive jumper yet because it is only mid-November, but I wanted to get this video up in case you're wanting to get organised, because obviously Advent starts on the 1st of December, so I didn't want to leave it too late to film this. This is kind of festive though. Maybe, who knows? It's not actually technically a Christmas jumper. So this is the advent calendar that I use every year. There's no point buying a new one because this one is perfectly good. I absolutely love it. This was from Next a few years ago, but I have seen so many of these around this year. I think there's definitely a trend moving towards doing your own sort of advent calendars, and this also works as a really nice piece of like decor as well, and my kids always get excited when this comes out because it signals that Christmas is on the way. So what I do is I tend to choose different sweets each year, and so just to give you an example, I have actually done this because I'm really early this year because I was filming this video. So I will put the little kind of activity, I write them all out on a piece of cardboard, and then I'll put some sweets in the drawer. And this year for the sweets we have got a Haribo sweet each for my girls each day, and then a couple of Smarties for my little boy because he doesn't actually like Haribos. And then on the days where there are bigger drawers, I've snuck in a hero, like Cadbury's Hero, each as well. So each day has an activity, but what I will do is I've put them in drawers now, but as we go on and kind of as we get nearer to December, and also as we're in December itself, I do often change them around. So the night before I look and I think if we're going to be having a busy day that day, because obviously things come up, then I chop and change depending on what we have going on. So these are in absolutely no particular order at all. I'm just going to get started and share them. So first up is go for a drive and see the Christmas lights. This is a tradition that I used to have with my dad years ago. We used to go and do it together, and we just go for a drive. We try and spot the best Christmas lights. Hopefully we'll be able to do that this year with lockdown and things, because obviously we're not really supposed to be kind of travelling without needing to, but we don't get out of the car. The kids stay in the car. We put them in their pyjamas. They get all snuggled up in scarves, and we just go on a hunt and see who can spot the best Christmas lights. We used to do it where there was an amazing house near us that used to do it for charity, but unfortunately they don't do it anymore. So what we tend to do is just drive around and see what we can find. Next one is do some Christmas baking. That is pretty self-explanatory. I have no idea what we're going to bake this year, but as my kids are getting older, so they will be, my eldest is going to be 10 on Christmas Eve, so Christmas is a really special time for us. And then I have got a 7-year-old and a 4-year-old, and definitely as they're getting older, I'm finding baking with them so much more enjoyable. I used to like it when they were young, but it wasn't quite the same, and now as they're getting older and they want to do stuff, I find it really fun. So whether we'll bake some cakes or some cookies, I have no idea. Have Christmas pancakes for breakfast. So we did this last year. This was a new one last year, and it was really good fun. We did like Father Christmas made out of pancakes. We did snowmen, and it was just really fun. And we're going to do that one of the weekend days because we love pancakes at the weekend anyway. Write a letter to Father Christmas and post it in the letterbox. So we tend to do that early on in the month, and we write the letters. They kind of say what they'd love on their Christmas wish lists, and then we go to the letterbox in their pyjamas and go and post it. And it's just, I think with this advent calendar, it's just all about kind of just really simple little traditions that I know that I will definitely remember as my kids grow up, and hopefully they will as well. Next one is have a festive art session and draw some pictures for our family for Christmas. So this year especially, we've always kind of done this one and done a little bit of Christmas crafting. But my girls especially have got really into art. I actually weirdly have got really into art in lockdown myself. I've been drawing some pictures and stuff. I'm not particularly good, but I just really enjoy it. I find it really therapeutic and calming. And again, this is one that as they've got older, like we just really enjoy doing together. So what I thought we could do this year is we could make some pictures for our family and have a homemade gift for them. And then we could put the pictures, maybe like a festive one or a family portrait, and then we could put them into frames and give them to them for Christmas. So hopefully none of my family are watching this. Next one is have a Christmas indoor picnic in front of the tree and watch a Christmas film. So obviously we watch so many Christmas films throughout December. Well, we try to, or at least the kids do. And I just thought it would be really nice to do one in front of the Christmas tree and just get all cozy and festive. Next one is read Christmas stories in front of the tree. So over the years, we have built up quite a collection of Christmas books, and one night we'll just sit in front of the tree and read them by candlelight, and I just love it. Next one is look back at family photos and videos. So I don't know about anybody else, but at Christmas I definitely get quite sentimental and nostalgic, and we've always done this one ever since we did the advent calendar. It's quite an easy one to do as well if you've got a busy night on. We just look back at old photos, we look back at old videos. Obviously because I'm on YouTube, we have got quite a lot of old videos that we can watch and things, and the kids love seeing themselves when they are young. They love looking back on them, so we often just sit in front of the tree and do that one night. Next one is watch a Christmas movie with lots of Christmas snacks. So again, it's just another simple one to do. Lots of Christmas movies in this year, and we will get some snacks, whether that be popcorn or whether I'll try and find some Christmas related snacks, and we'll just have a cozy one. Next one is have a Christmas sleepover in our playroom. So we have a sofa bed in our playroom, and the kids love to have a sleepover. They tend to do it every weekend anyway, but we always have a little Christmas tree in there at Christmas time, and I thought they could just have a little festive sleepover. A lot of these things are really simple, but if you just add Christmas in front of them, they make them a little bit more festive. Next one is pack up some nice things for people who might need it. So we've done this nearabouts every single year, but in different ways. So one year we packaged up little packs. We put sort of hand warmers, soaps, toothbrushes, and we took them to a homeless shelter near us. Last year we did it slightly differently because I try and volunteer for our food bank as much as we can. And so my eldest and I actually went and volunteered for the food bank over a period of a few days. So that was what we did last year. This year we're hoping to do that, but obviously we don't know what's going to happen in terms of COVID and stuff, whether we will be able to volunteer. But I am also doing our local kind of food back collection with a friend for our school. So what we'll do is we're organising that, so I'll get the kids to help me. So we're just basically in charge of donations from parents for the school. So we'll do something, I don't know how we'll do it, but we'll do something. Next one is watch the snowman in the dark. So this is just a really silly one, but we just sit and watch the snowman, which always makes me feel really nostalgic. It's just one of those really emotional ones. It's the Walking in the Air song, I think. It just makes me feel really sort of so we always watch that in the dark. And I guess every family has their own little traditions. They're just silly, but they just are little family traditions to us. Next one is play a family board game. I thought that would be a really good one for a school night, just a simple board game to play before they go to bed. Next one is have a bubble bath with a Christmas bath bomb and glow sticks. So I've done this one for a few years, but I added the glow stick element last year and they really liked it. They just thought it was really fun because we turned the lights off and we just had these glow sticks and this Christmas bath bomb. Next one is go for a winter walk and come home and have a hot chocolate. So I actually bought them these, I just saw them in Tesco's, they weren't very expensive, and they came in a pack of 3, these little hot chocolate bombs. So basically I think you tip hot water or hot milk or something on top of them and they sort of kind of melt, and then inside they've got marshmallows. So I bought them those the other day just because I saw them and I thought we could do that, wrap up warmly, go for a dog walk and then come home and have a nice big hot chocolate. have our annual beige buffet. So this is just one that we do every year. You know, all that sort of like party food that you get in the supermarkets. I'm trying to think of something like brie parcels or cocktail sausages. We just have our annual beige buffet and I love it. It's one of my favourite parts of December. Next one is have a Christmas dance party and sing Christmas songs. So we just turn out the lights, we add some sort of disco lights that my dad bought for Lottie one, I think it was actually for one, no, it was one birthday, and we just listen to some Christmas songs and have a little disco and they love it. Next one is we're going to have a Christmas treasure hunt with festive clues. So this is a new one for this year and we did it for Halloween. We had a Halloween treasure hunt and then we did it for Easter. We had an Easter egg hunt, and I think because we've been at home a lot more, it's trying to think of activities to do around the house. So I thought I'd try and think of some festive clues and then I'd just hide some like little chocolate Christmas pudding ball things or whatever, I don't know, chocolate coins or something. So I thought they would really enjoy doing that one weekend. Next one is you get to choose dinner. They absolutely love this one. I have no idea. Last year they didn't even pick anything that bad. I'm pretty sure they picked like spaghetti bolognese or something random, but I just say that they can choose dinner. Next one is, these are all kind of like food related ones, have our pudding before our main course. So I introduced this one a couple of years ago and again it's just so simple, but they just think it's the best thing ever. So we just have like ice cream before we actually have our main course and they just think it's absolutely brilliant. Next one is have a pick and mix pudding. So I just tend to go to Wilko's, but I don't even know if they're doing pick and mix at the moment, I'm not quite sure, but I know Tesco's aren't. But yeah, I go and get like a little kind of tub of pick and mix and they have that for their pudding, so really simple. This one is kind of COVID dependent, I guess. So every Christmas Eve, which is my daughter's birthday, we've always just had a tradition that we will go and see Father Christmas at the garden centre with our friends, and we go with quite a few friends and then my family come afterwards and we all have like a piece of cake in the cafe and we celebrate my daughter's birthday. And it's just been a tradition ever since they've been about 1 year old. We still do it, but I am hoping, fingers crossed, we just don't know whether that will happen, but if not, I'll have to think of something else to do instead, but hopefully that one will be able to happen. Next one is unwrap a new Christmas book to read. So every year, like I said, we've got quite a collection of Christmas books now, and that's because every year I wrap up a new one just to add to the collection, and then we've got a new one to read in front of the tree. And then lastly, which is probably one of my favourites, but also the one that I'm like, ugh, is bring all the blankets down and sleep under the Christmas tree. So we've done this for the last few years. It's really uncomfortable because our Christmas tree is in our conservatory on a hard floor. It's not very comfy at all, but John makes like a little kind of den for them and they absolutely love it, and it's the most uncomfortable night's sleep. We end up regretting it. We've also got the dog this year now, so that will be interesting as well, how that's going to go. But we always just have such fun, and it's actually genuinely one of my favourite memories of Christmas. And that is it. I don't know if that's 24 or 25, but normally on Christmas Day, because it's Christmas Day, I just write Happy Christmas on the activity and don't actually do anything. But I really hope that you enjoyed this video. I don't do these to kind of make out like, oh, look at me, I'm so good, I'm making these activities. They're just something that I've always done for years for my kids, and I think it's just a really nice way of creating simple little Christmas traditions, because I always think they are the things that people will look back on. You know, I don't look back, apart from I got a Barbie camper van one year, but I don't look back on any of the Christmas presents that I got particularly at all when I was young. I look back on all the sort of simple memories, like going in the car to look at the Christmas lights with my dad, or going Christmas shopping with my mum. And that's just why I started this a few years ago, just to kind of create simple family traditions that don't cost a lot of money, that don't involve like going out loads, and just a nice way to kind of have Christmas together and kind of the build up to Christmas as well. So that is it. I really hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up. And now I'm gonna rub this red lipstick off because I do feel like a little bit of a wally just kind of around my house not doing anything, wearing a bright red lipstick. But I really hope that you enjoyed this video, and thank you so much for watching. And do leave me a comment below if you are thinking of doing an activity advent calendar, or what advent calendar you're doing this year, if any, because I have seen some amazing ones in the shops and stuff, or online because I haven't been in the shops. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. I'm waffling now, so I will see you very soon.